What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we're going to detail my truck. Let's get into it, with a little bit of help of course. So as you guys may or may not know, I have a 2016 GMC Sierra all-terrain that I use as my daily driver, as well as towing Rumming Mobile Bar, towing my car to the track, and using it to pick up various materials for projects that I do on this channel. Recently I started noticing that the paint was looking a little bit tired, and I actually had dropped my truck off previously at my buddy AJ's shop to have some paintless dent removal done. While I was there, AJ actually noticed how bad the paint really was from a couple years of using the truck now and taking it through the car wash, which is horrible for your paint. And he ended up doing a test panel on the front fender, and I was completely blown away with how big of a difference it made. After talking with him a little bit, he said the next free weekend that I had, come in and he would walk me through doing the rest of the truck to make the entire thing look like new. So to start this process off, we completed a basic wash. Sadly, because another client was coming to use the wash bay that day, I didn't have time to film it, but I'll insert the same procedure we used there when I did the second wash at home. The first step was to rinse the entire truck down really good with the power washer to remove all the loose dirt. Following that, we hooked up the foam cannon and coated the entire truck in a heavy coat of soap foam. After letting that sit for a few minutes to loosen any of the dirt that was left, we wiped the entire truck down with a wet microfiber, being careful to flip the towel and rinse it every so often to prevent scratching the truck further with something caught in the towel, and followed that with another pressure washer rinse. We then dried the truck with a super soft drying microfiber towel to prepare us for the next step. With the truck washed, it was easy to see how bad the paint had gotten. Between the scratches, water spots, and overspray, yes, overspray, I'm pretty sure where I park my truck when I go to work actually paints buses outside nearby, and it was covered in yellow paint. The next step in the process was known as clay barring. This allowed the removal of any remaining contamination and most of the overspray that covered a lot of the truck. This process is done by using a bar specifically made for use on paint and a spray bottle with clay lubricant. Visually, it makes a major difference, but running your fingertips across the surface, you can really tell the difference in the smoothness of the paint. The purpose of this is to get as much contamination off the paint before heading to compounding with the polisher. With the decontamination out of the way, it was time to start polishing, and this is where you could really start to see the difference. For this particular job, I believe we used a medium compound and a medium to soft pad to do a one-step correction. You can do multiple steps and achieve better results, but obviously this would have required more time, and for a car that I'm not bringing to car shows, I felt it was good enough. And when you see the results at the end of the video, I think you'll be impressed too. So one of the most fun parts of polishing the truck was doing these tape lines. It really gives you a good idea of the before and after, and is super satisfying when you peel it off. So one of the last things we did was clean the glass. Now this may seem like a simple task, but it was actually covered in water spots, which is essentially acidity in whatever water gets on the glass that etches it, leaving a spot that can't just be wiped off. In addition to that, it was also covered in the same yellow overspray. So to fix this, we used a combination of a soft Scotch-Brite pad, steel wool, and a water spot remover. So I hope you guys enjoy the results and the process on how we got my truck to look good as new again. I have a lot of projects coming up that I'm really excited to share with you guys. That's it for today's episode. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.